The following is a presentation of Lions Heart Media. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Low snap, Cordes has it, looks to throw, has Cook, he has the record, and he has 6. See you later, touchdown South Allegheny. Shoemaker backside, Miller their header, he scores! Black cross court deflected, diving dig house, Monac for the win, got it! Looks right side, batted away. Well, Horsky with the reception and hauled down by Janko. Looks to throw, comes back across. They set up the screen to Ruffin. Ruffin room to run. There goes Ruffin running wild into his own man. See you later. 75 yards. It's a rematch of the PIHL first round from a season ago as the Upper St. Clair Panthers host the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars here tonight from the Ice Castle, the place both squads call home. It is Upper St. Clair as the home squad here this evening as the Panthers meet the Jaguars for the first time this season. Thomas Jefferson 1-1. Coming off a loss to the South Fayette Lions 4-6. Empty netter sealed the deal in that victory for the South Fayette Lions, but the biggest loss was the captain of the black and gold in Cam Lorenzi, who will be out for the foreseeable future for these Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Cam Lorenzi absolutely lethal on the year, and every time he touches the ice, he will be out for the foreseeable future. Hat trick in the opener, 4 goals on the season for Cam Lorenzi, who will be out at least for tonight. And going forward for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars will only be a matter of time before Cam Lorenzi gets back on the sheet for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, who is absolutely a pivotal part of this squad. And this is an Upper St. Clair team. Eli Rank and Ryan Bonomo, standout lacrosse players in their own right, have left for graduation. 10 seniors for Upper St. Clair. And the Upper St. Clair Panthers 1-1 on the season. An overtime loss to Central Catholic, a shootout loss to Fox Chapel. Well, TJ played Fox Chapel and it wasn't pretty if you were a fan of Fox Chapel. Thomas Jefferson 12-0 winner in that one. First of 2 tonight here on the network on MVI Live, as we'll have game 1 and 2, Baldwin and Bethel Park to follow here as Upper St. Clair. They will send Owen Laurent to the cage tonight. A 2.98 goals against average, an 8.97 save, and an 0-1-1 record. Ben Balducci on the other side. 2.5 goals against with an 8.68 save and a 1-1 record for Balducci. Casamassa, 3 goals on the year. Blow, 6 points, 2 goals, 5 points for Michael Burns as well. Panthers and Jaguars, rematch of round 1 from a season ago, which Upper St. Clair won by a 5-4 final on that evening. It was 2-1 St. Clair after 1, 4-3 after 2, and a 5-4 final. Shots were 34-25 that evening in favor of Upper St. Clair. TJ went 1 for 5 on the power play. St. Clair went 0 for 2. Rankin got the scoring started. Bonomo made it 2-0, and Upper St. Clair would never trail in that game. Burns got the lone goal in the opening period for TJ. Schliebner, Rankin, Mahoney, and Bonomo all found pay dirt in the second, and Yaley and Spencer, the 2 goal scorers in the third. As the first meeting between these two squads last year, 6-2 Thomas Jefferson, 4-2 Upper St. Clair in the second meeting as we get set for round 1 here tonight from the Ice Castle. It's the Jaguars, it's the Panthers. It's coming up next right here on MVI Live. There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? Three-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee, Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community and More. We get set to get underway. Thomas Jefferson, Upper St. Clair, sticks down. Line up and underway as puck drop on game number 3 of the campaign on both sides. As Thomas Jefferson, Upper St. Clair, dueling here from the Frozen Castle. As it's blowing by the right side. Lucas blows right side. Wrister past Laurent, picked up, angled back along. Backed off the boards and all the way down. That's where it's going to be taken over by Pritchard. Gary Pritchard near side. Simon has it in his skates. Yaz Al-Salani has Al-Salani back behind. Into the slot, wrist shot kicked away, Balducci. Now Simon slides it up the gut. Stutzman holds, taken over by Burns in transition. Has blows with him, long wrister into the glove of Laurent, and he'll hang on. Face-off glove side of Owen Laurent, the senior keeper. Merrill wins it back. Hartman wraps it back around. There's Casamassa. Had a hat trick in the opener, did Vinny Casamassa. As now back behind. Taken over on the far side. That's Gallardini. As Gallardini worked off the punch. Stubenrock trying to work it free. Backhand dump towards the middle. Gallardini slides it up the gut. Taken over by Merrill in transition. Merrill down the left wing, half wall canceled out. Now Stubenrock back behind. Wrapped around near side. Hartman waiting as Hartman wrister off the skates of a Panther in front. That was Stubenrock. Backed back around. Gallardini waits on it. Pressured on the far side as the Panthers look to counter. Hartman steps in front. Now picked up by Artman. Carter Artman near side. Dashes over center red with a wrap around the dasher. Far side Gallardini. As Gallardini can't vacate his own end. Far side three-player scrum joining in Merrill from afar as it's angled back up into the Upper St. Clair Panther bench. Ty Hartman starting defenseman heads to the bench. Hartman qualified for the individual state golf championship for Thomas Jefferson earlier this week. Salopek will take the draw, blocker side of Owen Laurent. As offensive zone draw for the Jaguars, one back cleanly into the skates of Fetzko. Wrister glove down, not cleanly by Laurent. Galloping back behind, Jacob Tier, the senior. Ellis gloves down at center red. Angle pass Molnar and Sheegan Sanowski all the way back down. Tier, the senior, pressure by Molnar on the forecheck as Tier wraps around to the line and eventually back out to center ice. Molnar, foot race with Sheegan Sanowski, jammed off the end boards back around near side. Taken over there, that's in the form of Kashani. As Kashani out in front and Sheegan Sanowski angles it up and wide. As Nevin Sheegan Sanowski was looking to break the ice here tonight. As trying to work back left side into the middle. Here comes Fetzko. Fetzko had one in the opening night win. Dumps it back in. Salopek on the forecheck, wrapping back behind. That's Kaslin. As Kaslin trying to dig it free with Salopek near side corner, make it Fetzko. As Salopek will pressure. Kashani on the far side, near side alternate captain Sheegan Sanowski. Dumps one back in deep. Balducci helps it around. Far side onto the stick of Holden Taylor. Taylor back underneath. That's Engelbert. Engelbert out in front and somehow finds a way as Upper St. Clair gets on the board first. as Upper St. Clair out in front. Holden Taylor finishes it off for the Panthers, and the freshman gets his first ever. And Upper St. Clair out in front early on, 13:47 remaining here in the first. Panthers lead at 1-0. Seeing Eye shot finds a way. Artashevik will pressure near side as Pritchard continues to work. Back underneath, angled far side, Taylor the goal scorer. Now back near side, taken back over, angled back along off the stick of Weston Engelbert. Engelbert pressures Michael. Again, no Cam Lorenzi, leading goal scorer for Thomas Jefferson, but it is the top line out here in the form of Michael. Burns and Blows. As Blows off the takeaway, 2-on-1, Blows backdoor, broken rebound, Blows denied by Owen Laurent. As Laurent tight to the ice on the far side. Wrap back in front, Lucas Blows pops it free. Pritchard now back underneath. Angled near side, Pritchard walks the line. Gary finds Simon on the left wing. Wrap back underneath, Michael lets it slide through. Now Burns back to Michael. Burns from the near side corner. Pritchard seeing Irister. Off of Panther in front, kicks out far side as that was off of Justin Schuster all the way down. Icing the call, 12:42 remaining in the first, and a 1-0 Upper St. Clair advantage. Panthers lead on the freshman's first of his career. Offensive zone draw for Thomas Jefferson, blocker side of Owen Laurent. Merrill will do the honors on one side. And it's on the other, it's Sheegan Sanowski pulling it back now. Al-Shalani down to a knee, clears it back out. Stutzman takes a hit, whistle blows, hand pass called as Sparra tries to dig his way up through neutral ice. With 12:34 remaining in the first, it's a 1-0 Upper St. Clair advantage. Looking for win number 1 on the season are the Upper St. Clair Panthers, as they've struck first here in this one tonight. Now Merrill, neutral zone draw, tries to go forward, but Sparra instead. Hartman to Artman as Carter Artman slides it into space. Tier takes over as he intervenes for Upper St. Clair off the stick of Balducci. Al-Shalani lost the handle near side. Now Taylor swings it right side as Owen Taylor eventually wristed back in deep. With 12:10 remaining in the first, it's a 1-0 Upper St. Clair advantage. Holden Taylor finding pay dirt for the Panthers here on an October evening. From the Ice Castle, first of 2 tonight. Face-off blocker side of Laurent. Salopek tries to win it back, tie up off the draw. Far side, Fetzko swinging poke, can't take over. Banks back past Simon, foot race for it. Back the other way as hustling down is Simon with pressure from behind. It's Gallardini taking over. Slides it, Schuster, Rister off the window. Far side, Steubenrock will double back to neutral ice as Steubenrock sets up from his own end off the skates of Fetzko. Simon to Fetzko, dump and chase as Molnar in on the forecheck. Back behind Steubenrock. Wraps back underneath, now Salopek. Salopek takes a hit to keep things going underneath. Picked back up, and here comes Upper St. Clair in transition. Nico Gallardini galloping into the attacking end. Cuts it near side, backhander wide. Kicks back out to the far side post. That's where Simon slides one up to Fetzko. Fetzko too far out in front. Right side, Rister, dump back along. As Thomas Jefferson jams one back out. Schuster from his own now, and now for Upper St. Clair. As slid across, Luca angles it up off the glass. Pressured by Ty Hartman. Hartman works back into his own end, will duck back underneath. Balducci turns around on a dime and wraps it to his partner in Artman. Carter Artman cuts across the goal mouth, now right up the middle on a risky play. Artman looking to go coast to coast, 1-on-4. Artman rubbed off the puck by Schuster, now Steubenrock. Steubenrock angled back to him as he's tripped up coming through neutral ice. No call will come. Puck still loose in the feet of Steubenrock as Kashani pressuring in as well. Thomas Jefferson takes over from their own end. First 7 gone, and it's a 1-0 Panther lead. As Blows right down Broadway, cuts out, fires Laurent. gets a glove on it, denying Lucas blows. Looking for his third goal of the season, but Owen Laurent once again up to the task with 10:16 remaining here in the opening period. 1-0 Panthers lead. First high school goal off the stick of Holden Taylor, the freshman. Face-off glove side of Laurent. As Sparra kicked from the draw, blows clean, win, Burns, wrister again. Into the catching glove of Owen Laurent. He has been sharp early on here this evening as Owen Laurent. Stopping everything the Jaguars are throwing his way so far tonight. Face off one back cleanly. Hartman looks for an angle. Wrister deflected wide by Lucas Blows. As back the other way, Wrister kept alive by Thomas Jefferson. As Hartman wrap back around, now near side underneath in front, Michael would not go. As Owen Laurent, right place, right time, and it stays 1-0 in favor of Upper St. Clair here tonight. As the Panthers continue to lead, as wrap back around, Carter Artman trying to find his way back up the other way. Artman's been very active here in this opening period. Got blown up on the near side. Angled back down. Far side Stutzman takes the hit, makes the play. Quickly moved along up to Artman from Ben Balducci. Wrap back around. Now Pritchard in on the forecheck. As Pritchard continues to pressure. Merrill on the far side. 1-0 lead for Upper St. Clair. 9 minutes remaining, knocked down by Gary Pritchard in the neutral zone. Engelberg pressuring, as here comes Pritchard working in. Pritchard as Jake, now Gary tries to activate, keeps it alive, high slot, Casamassa shot blocked down. Back door now taken back over underneath by Jacob Tier. As wrapped all the way down, and icing will be waved off, as that's right in on Ben Balducci. Slid up to the near side off the stick of Michael Banks. Near side, taken back over as trying to work things free as Thomas Jefferson. There's Gary Pritchard back behind as Pritchard works all the way underneath to Casamassa. Had the hat trick again in the opener, did Casamassa for Thomas Jefferson in what was a dominating win over Fox Chapel. Stretch pass onto the tape of Casamassa as Casamassa angles one wide. Now taken back the other way. Here comes Upper St. Clair. Stubenrock as Stubenrock off the deflection. Angled back in deep. Balducci off the stick of Bartoshevich. As back the other way, Moner. Moner tries to work it deep, but in the way there, Sheegan Sanowski. 1-0 lead for Upper St. Clair. Panthers out in front early on against the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. As delayed offside, TJ hurries along. Fetzko from the middle. Garrett Fetzko, skate to stick, dump in there. As wrap back underneath, now Moner. Moner from the corner. Stick lift on the far side as Fetzko trying to work it free unsuccessfully. Curling away is Connor Ruffner. As Ruffner able to clear the zone with 7 minutes remaining in the first. 1-0 Upper St. Clair leads. TJ's offense missing the services of Cam Lorenzi so far. It's been noticeable. Jaguars yet to solve Owen Laurent. He's been sharp early on. As there's Owen Taylor, slides it right side, wristed back along by Caslin. Near side Ellis, and whistle blows. Icing is the call with 6:39 remaining in the first and a 1-0 lead for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Face off one back, into Laurent it goes. And everything stays at bay. 6:35 opening period action. And it's a 1-0 Upper St. Clair lead. Panthers looking to keep things that way. Banked off the window, but not out. Sent right back along by Artman. As up top, wrist shot deflected wide near side. Picked back up by St. Clair. Slid through the middle, angled back along by Kashani. As Kashani gets one in deep for Upper St. Clair. Centering feed all the way through, up top far side. As changing the angle was Steuben Rock. Artman back behind to tie Hartman on the near side. As Hartman surveys, Hartman ducks through the middle, right up Broadway. Here's Hartman with a backhand dump. All the way around, Michael in on the forecheck. As scrum back behind. 5:40 rolling clock here in the first. 1-0 Upper St. Clair's. As here's Sheegan Sanowski. As Nevin wraps one all the way around far side, Lucas blows. Doubles back from his own end. Blows, slides one. Artman quickly up to Michael. Michael dumps one in. Delayed offside. TJ will change as Casamassa off the bench will lurk now as here comes the Panthers in transition. Backed back along by Tier off the deflection. Balducci settles down. Now Gary Pritchard. Pritchard from the far side corner. Knocked off the puck. Centering feed. Back behind, and here comes Merrill in transition. Merrill flying, takes the hip check by Tier, trying to cut through neutral ice. Back behind, that's Sparra. As Thomas Jefferson's Banks holds the line on the left side. Sparra continues to work. Casamassa pops it to the middle. High slot. Casamassa slides one through. Now Merrill, wrist shot blocked down in front and cleared back out by Tier. Merrill will go back for it. Al-Shalani. As Yaz Al-Shalani forced the issue, but icing is the call. 4:31 remaining in the first. 1-0 lead here for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. So 1-0 Panther lead. TJ looking to change that. They will not. As stays out as Laurent. He has been up to the task so far tonight. As that one jammed back in by Ruffner. Now Simon back underneath. Simon slides far side. As Galizia near side off the hop. Eludes Porter. Back behind. Balducci activates to slide one back along for Thomas Jefferson. Taken back over near side. Banked back behind. Simon loses his footing back behind. Turnover in front. Pop straight up over the top of Balducci. That all escalated from Simon falling behind. Deflected wide of Balducci. As a good look there for Upper St. Clair. Angled out. Now it's a foot race. Denied on the far side. Trying to work through was Delco Joyce. As Simon, wrist shot blocked away, back behind. Upper St. Clair doing a brilliant job here protecting the house. As Burns works back towards his own real estate. Now gallops up over center red. Burns left side, cuts inside. Knocked off Michael. Burns now looking to curl. Hartman walks the line. Merrill in front, make it Michael. Slides right into the catching glove of Owen Laurent. 3:10 remaining in the opening frame. 1-0 lead for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. As Panthers out in front early on here in this one. Another offensive zone draw for Thomas Jefferson. Lucas Blows will take it. York will oppose. Face off, one back cleanly. Artman, wrister off the window. Hartman now activates, wrapping back behind. Michael will pressure. Slid back up far side into the middle. Here comes the Panther. Sheegan Sanowski has a step. Cuts inside. Backhander denied by Balducci. As Ben Balducci says no. And it stays 1-0. A big time stop there by Ben Balducci. Face-off blocker side of Balducci. As TJ back the other way, Burns to Michael, taken back over. Here's Kashani, blown up at center red. Ty Hartman laying the boom. As jam back around again, Balducci helps things along. Off Kashani's stick. Centered, here comes Lucas, blows. 1-on-2, blows. Stops on a dime, blows. Tries to center, broken up by Tiers. Blows got knocked down near side. 2-on-2 in transition. Wrist shot blocked down by Pritchard. As there goes a Panther losing an edge on the far side. Gary Pritchard near side. Pritchard lost the handle. That's Kashani in the way. Lucas blows. Back to Burns. Burns moves it to Artman on the far side, right up the seam. Deflected away by Spara. Tier comes near side. Banks back along. Al Shalani helps things further. Banks from his own end now for Thomas Jefferson. Angled back out here in the final 2 minutes of play in period number 1. It's a 1-0 Upper St. Clair Panther lead as the Panthers continue to pressure here in this one. Laurent has been brilliant as well as Fetzko back behind. 1:30 remaining. Center Salopek never got through. In front, blocked away. It was Schuster. And here comes Stutzman. Stutzman, right side, pressured by Banks. Fetzko misses the check. Schuster activates. As centering feed goes whistling wide of Balducci. Fetzko flip back out to center. Moner helps it along. Moner works in and never could get to it as Lorenz sweeps it away. Back out center ice with 58 on the clock. Simon to Ellis. Ellis from the near side wraps it back around the half wall all the way far side. Fetzko with 50. Up top, Simon fans on the wrist shot in his skates. Deflected back free. Ellis just slides one back up the gut near side. Schuster off the window all the way down, icing with 36.9 remaining in the opening period and a 1-0 Upper St. Clair lead. Face-off glove side of Laurent. Carter Merrill wins it back. Ty Hartman looks for a lane. Instead wraps it back behind. That's where Tier's waiting in the wings. Casamassa. Now Tier all the way up. Artman left side. Cannot hold the line. Artman would have to chase back forward as Carter Artman. Back behind the cage. Artman banks it off the window. Back up Tier. Wrap back around all the way down. Hartman with 10 ticks of the clock remaining. As all the way to the line, Caslin keeps it pinned, and that will do it. One frame in the books. The Panthers by 1 right here on MVI Live. We'll take a break. Second frame when we come back right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Monessen. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people, focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy.
First frame in the books, number 2 underway. It's a clean win by Lucas Blows. Now Carter Artman hit to make the play. Ty Hartman angles it off the dasher, one touch along. Back down the near side, Burns will pressure as working back to his own end and looking things along was Steubenrock. As Steubenrock all the way back behind now Hartman. Ty banks one back out. Upper St. Clair knocked TJ out of the play. Also for falling by a 1-goal deficit to Seneca Valley in the semifinals last year. TJ 2 years removed from their last district title and winning a Penguin Cup championship. As Upper St. Clair trying to get their first win of the season. TJ trying to bounce back after a closely contested loss to South Fayette. As Burns, long-range wrister, now Steubenrock. Back underneath, taken far side. There's Schuster. Schuster quickly up. As Sheegan Sanowski back along. York dumping chase. As Ben Balducci sets things up for Carter Artman. Burns lurking near side. Off his stick, couldn't corral. Now Artman from his own end. Carter surveys near side. It's Hartman. Hartman off the boards, back up near side, taken back over. Hartman lets it slide through to Artman, right back to Hartman as it's swept away by the back line of Upper St. Clair under the goal line. As the Panthers trying to work things free as Bertashevik back up top, wrist shot, tear right into the Jaguar logo on the chest of Ben Balducci. 15-23, second period action. As the penultimate period upon us and the Panthers still out in front on the prowl looking for more. Holden Taylor, his first high school career goal, beating Ben Balducci, has the scoreboard reading 1-0. 15-22, clock starts ticking down again as Jacob Tier jams one back behind Gallardini. Nico Gallardini joining in is Luca as TJ joining the scrum, trying to get it free. Now it's Jake Pritchard. Left side, Pritchard gets by one. Hit off the puck, followed by Merrill. Merrill to Banks. Stretch pass broken up. Caslin right side, wrister. Blocked back down by Banks as Caslin from the corner. 4-player scrum taken away by the Panthers as Gallardini shot blocked down in front off the stick of Burns. Tier now back the other way as taken back over by Thomas Jefferson. Banks stretch pass off of Ruffner, glove down by Tier. Now Nico Gallardini tries to center. Casamassa to the line but not out. Ruffner holds it right on the blue paint as there's Gary Pritchard picking up the load on the far side. Looking for Jake, deflected back along. Now Tier back behind, whistle blows on the offside as that got a piece of Al Shalani hopping off the bench as Yaz was joining the party and joining the brigade for the Panthers up by 1. 1-0 Upper St. Clair out in front of Thomas Jefferson. Face off in front of the Upper St. Clair bench. 1-0 advantage here in the second for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. As here's Fetzko, has a step. Fetzko looked to drop it off, following up Moner. Moner surveys, Moner reverses direction back behind. Now Fetzko pressured as the puck wanders back beneath to Al Shalani. Hartman can't hold the line as that one skitters out to center red. Hartman surveys as he winds back to his own end. Hartman drops it off. Artman swings it right back over to Ty. Ty Hartman wrapping back. Al Shalani pressures. Banked off the boards off to Hartman. As near side Fetzko back out. Steubenrock spins away from the pressure of Moner. Stutzman can't get it deep. Now past Moner all the way down. Icing waved off the deflection. Fetzko picks it up, back behind, centering feed, nobody home. Hartman takeaway. Hartman shot broken up from behind. Great pressure by Yaz Al-Shalani. With 13-12 remaining in the second, offensive zone draw coming for Thomas Jefferson off the icing call. And TJ a chance again to find pay dirt here in this one. They've yet to be able to do so far tonight. Face-off glove side of Laurent. Stalemate forward, taken over by Upper St. Clair. Here comes Tier in transition. Tier swings it to York. Far side, blockered away by Balducci. Pops back up behind the cage as York tries to center. Now Simon slides one off a stick. Caslin can't hold. Off the window. Now Simon, glove and go. Back the other way. It's Simon sliding through the near side. Burns follows up. Back below the goal line. Sheegan-Sanowski goes over to Tier. Blows, forces the issue. Now Ellis. Half slapper goes off the end boards, whistling to Burns. Burns up top. Simon will have to retreat back to the comfort of neutral ice. Goes over to Ellis. Ellis stretch cross rink pass. Burns has to reset as Burns will circle back and swing it off to Simon. Turns it over but pops right back to Simon. Simon far side as not ready for that one was Michael, but Simon takes back over off the ricochet. Simon cuts it wide. Sharp angle. Laurent with the paddle down. No rebound to be found. As once again Owen Laurent with 12:08 puts the paw down, keeps it out, and keeps it a 1-0 Upper St. Clair lead. Panthers out in front, and Owen Laurent a big reason why. No captain here tonight for Thomas Jefferson again. For the foreseeable future, Cam Lorenzi on the shelf for the Jaguars. Face-off blocker side of Owen Laurent. Official telling Casamassa to back up. He will as Upper St. Clair to the line and out. Now banks back along near side. Here comes Pritchard. Pritchard back to the middle. Deflects in. Laurent puts the big paw on in. Another offensive zone face-off for Thomas Jefferson. Jaguars have had offensive opportunities, just been unable to solve the Owen Laurent puzzle today as St. Clair's keeper has been stellar. Stalemate off the draw. Near side, trying to work it free. Casamassa. Pritchard off the left side. Or make it right wing. Pritchard pressured tightly as Casamassa circles back underneath, but the puck did not go with him. As deflected right to the middle. Jake Pritchard won't, but Gary will take possession. Now Banks to Merrill. Merrill slides it along. Steubenrock back behind as Casamassa on the forecheck. Steubenrock left side. Casamassa can't hold. Neither can Merrill as Gary Pritchard gets it deep. Delayed penalty. And it's going to go against Thomas Jefferson. And TJ will touch up Upper St. Clair. We'll head to the power play. 11:01. Period number 2. Thomas Jefferson going to be shorthanded, and it's going to be Casamassa. Upper St. Clair 0 for 2 on the power play. TJ 5 for 6 on the kill so far in this young season. Slid all the way down and out. Thomas Jefferson always been deadly shorthanded. None more than Lucas Blows, who's skating at center ice right now. 4 shorthanded goals last season for Lucas Blows. He's always deadly and someone you got to watch out for Thomas Jefferson. Even shorthanded. That could get some momentum going for the black and gold, but Ruffner trying to extend the lead up to 2. Now Gallardini. Gallardini, top of the circle. Caslin, Gallardini in his wheelhouse. No, but centers Ruffner deflected back behind. As Ruffner had a look, could not hit the cage. Rebound off the pinballing pad of Balducci. As that lever just popped it right back out to the slot. Now here's Caslin. Caslin, Luca, far side. Gallardini whistles one, sneaks behind, and saving the day was Simon. Through the 5-hole and out, but Simon pulls it off the goal line. Play of the game so far by Simon, keeping it a 1-0 affair as that one had eyes, but Simon saves the day so far with 54 remaining on the Casamassa Minor. Back the other way, here comes St. Clair. USC on the prow as the Panthers bank one back underneath. Sheegan Sanowski gets it right back. Sharp angle, shouldered away, and Balducci gets the rebound as well, as lurking in the vicinity was Nevin Sheegan Sanowski. What a play. Seeing eye wrister through the 5-hole of Balducci, and Simon says no. The defenseman stepping up, and Simon, again, the senior, taking on a bigger leadership role, obviously the alternate captain, but on that back end with Schliebner playing up in Detroit with Caesars 08. And from everything I'm hearing, Schliebner having a great experience in playing really good hockey as TJ shorthanded. We said how dangerous they are, but Merrill can't haul it in. And Simon, though, going back to that point, helping pick up the slack with Schliebner playing up in Detroit. As Casamassa released, he'll go to the bench. TJ back to even strength, sent back down. As all the way down icing, 8:52 remaining in the second. Lead belongs to Upper St. Clair. That came early on in period number 1. The freshman's first. Holden Taylor beating Balducci. And 2 overtime losses. One of those was in the shootout for St. Clair. TJ 1-1. Bethel Park Baldwin to follow. We'll have coverage of that one on the network as well. Around the 9 o'clock hour, delayed offside. As doubling back, there's Taylor. That's Owen Taylor working back from his own end. Now back near side. Helped quickly along to the near side, as doing the honor there in getting out was Bertashevich. Galizia knocked off near side. Here comes Steubenrock. Steubenrock spun off the puck by Delco Joyce. Banked back behind, taken over. There's Hartman. Ty Hartman circles back, giving himself more space, going to Artman. Artman knifes through the middle. Now Galizia back behind. Steubenrock slides one back up. Ruffner takes a ride into the wall. Hartman sent him there. Ramp back near side. As Bartashevich gets hit up high, delayed penalty, and TJ will be shorthanded once again. Second time the Jaguars going to the PK, this one for the cross check. 9:28 into period number 2. Thomas Jefferson shorthanded once again. Upper St. Clair 0 for 1, and on the power play tonight 0 for 3 on the season. Ty Hartman in the box. As back up top, power play on. As there's Sheegan Sanowski. Nevin off the far side. Boards make that the captain, Gallardini into the middle. Pop back, freak and Blows get there. No, at first, second time, yes. Blows, here he goes. Lucas Blows, shorthanded. He scores! Lucas Blows buries it past the glove of the keeper, Laurent. 4 times shorthanded a season ago, and adds one here tonight as the TJ alternate captain buries his 3rd of the season. And Lucas blows, gets the Jaguars on the board here in the second. A short-handed strike for Thomas Jefferson. 9:50 into the second, Lucas blows, ducked under the pressure, and blew by the defense and blew the puck right by the glove of Laurent. As now Gallardini to answer back. Thomas Jefferson, maybe a spark with a short-handed strike here tonight. 6:48 remaining in the second, 1:16 remaining on the Hartman minor. Luca, the big rig, slides one near side. Now it's Merrill. He gets by him. Another shorthanded break. Merrill powers in. Merrill forced off the puck. Great pressure from behind. As Schuster gets back to deny Carter Merrill, who was looking for a shorthanded tally. Luca now carries back underneath. Pressured by Gary Pritchard. Taken back over. Merrill ramps it back down. Schuster will go after it with 42 remaining on the Hartman minor. Jaguars change a trio. Burns was pressuring. Quick up to Sheik and Sanowski. As Nevin hard wrap around. Now left side, taken back over. There's Burns. Burns angles one to the line. Half wall, Sanowski. Sheegan up into the netting, off the deflection. 23 ticks of the clock remaining on the minor. Here to the Jaguars, Ty Hartman. As mentioned earlier, Ty Hartman will compete in the PIHL Golfing Championships after qualifying earlier this month. Lucas blows has got us deadlocked at one. No love lost between these two. Left side, Tier whistles one. Looked like maybe off the knob of the stick of Balducci. So that will keep the face-off in deep with 5:45 remaining in the second. 14 seconds remaining on the Hartman minor. He's just waiting to be released from the sin bin on the far side. Face-off blocker side of Ben Balducci. Kashani, Salopek in the dot for the respectful squads. Salopek off the window and back out all the way down. That one wonders. As it's a 1-1 game, back to even strength we shall go. As Thomas Jefferson's Ty Hartman released from the sin bin. 5:28, second period. Tier wraps back around. Far side, Stutzman lets it slide through. Left side, Arister angle to the near side. Now Salopek. Tier waiting on it. As backed back out. Here comes Fetzko. Pop back free. Salopek slammed down in the middle. And the whistle blows. Offside the call. 5:09 remaining in the second. And it's a 1-1 game. Thomas Jefferson in Upper St. Clair has neutral zone draw coming. Simon near side off the deflection. Simon works back underneath, ramp back around. Now slid to Burns. Burns off the hop. Taylor taken back over. Jam near side. Taylor looking to curl as Taylor rams into Burns. And here comes Steubenrock. Balducci settles. Ellis back underneath. As trying to ramp underneath, there is Taylor. Near side, Steubenrock. Steubenrock back around all the way down. York now taken back over. That was Halshalani. As pressured on the near side, blows 2-on-1. Here comes Michael. Michael fires. Laurent save, rebound. Michael slides it back door. They score! Michael slid it across. He may have slid it in. Blos was there to finish it off, giving it the tamperoo and give him two as TJ, another one. Lucas blows off the beautiful feed. Michael denied it first, but sent it across on the rebound. Oh, and Michael's first helper of the season. It's an absolute dandy. 4:04 remaining here in the second. and Thomas Jefferson their first lead of the game. Lucas blows, 4th of the season. Off the feed from Owen Michael as Thomas Jefferson takes the lead, and a big save. Balducci reaching back for the rebound as well as Luca was looking to get even. Now Jake Pritchard, right wing half wall, banks it back out, read by Taylor. Hartman takes over. TJ, 2 here late in the second period. Casamassa just chips it along, and that one's hard and jammed out off the wall on the far side, as that one had a lot of heat on and luckily did not get a piece of anyone on the near side stands. Lucas blows not 1, but give him 2 and give Thomas Jefferson a 2-1 lead here in this one. Center ice face-off. Lucas blows will do the honor for Thomas Jefferson. TJ with a 2-0 advantage over Upper St. Clair. As blows, can he get one more? Lucas back up top. Artman slides it off the end boards. Far side, it's Hartman. Hartman, wrist shot save, rebound in front. Now blows, back up top. Hartman, wrist shot to flex wide. Jam back along. Hartman can't hold the line. As Artman hustles back forward. Balducci, the backhand dump off the window, played perfectly by the tendy for TJ. As Balducci once again moves things along. As delayed penalty on the Panthers. Hartman hit from behind and will touch up Woshegan Sanowski. And Thomas Jefferson, who is 1 for 3 on the power play this season, will get their first opportunity of the night. Upper St. Clair 3 for 4 on the kill so far this campaign, as Nevin Sheegan Sanowski, the man getting the gate. So TJ to the power play. Blows will stay out. He'll extended shift for Blows and Burns along with Michael, but they will stay out for the man advantage. Blows straight away center. Near side, there's Merrill. Merrill works to the corner. Carter Merrill curling back underneath. Nobody home, back behind. Now Michael hustles to it. Michael up top, Simon. Simon walks the line. Wrister rebound, backdoor, they score! A power play goal as Owen Michael on the backdoor. Make it Merrill and make it a 2-goal TJ lead. Carter Merrill, a power play strike, and Thomas Jefferson leads by 2. Relentless for the Jaguars. As Carter Merrill on the power play with 2:09 remaining gives Thomas Jefferson a 3-1 lead. Balducci with the grab out of midair. 2:03, second period action. Thomas Jefferson by a pair after trailing by 1 after 2. Near side Burns, here comes Burns. Slam down as throwing his weight around was Stubenrock. In the middle, far side Ellis. Ellis, Rister, wide of Laurent. 3-1 Jaguars, 1:30 remaining in the second. As things getting physical here. TJ in front. As Luca hard hit, turns it over, backdoor. Out in front, Burns couldn't stuff it in. And cleared back down, all the way down. Balducci was waiting on it, never came. Simon gets there though for the Jaguars. As TJ Simon takes a hit, can't vacate his own end. Puck works free to him. Near side Burns. Burns back the other way. Burns into the middle. Merrill wrist shot blockered away by Owen Laurent. Near side, help back along. That's Kashani. Up to York. Dumps it in, and TJ will have the offensive zone draw off the icing. Jaguars 3, Panthers 1. 3 in the second for the Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson. 2 by Bowles, the other by Merrill. Carter Merrill, his first of the season, putting TJ up by a pair. As there's Gary Pritchard wrapping it around the boards. Casamassa back behind. Casamassa knocked off the puck. One short-handed, one on the power play, one at even strength. As Laurent has given up a trio this period. Thomas Jefferson, they've scored 10 goals in the second period this season. Upper St. Clair has given up 8 goals now in period number 2. The only other place Upper St. Clair has given up goals is in the overtime frame, as Upper St. Clair has not allowed a first period or a third period goal this season, but they have now given up 8 goals in the second frame through 3 games, while Thomas Jefferson has potted 10 in the second period, as 2 chapters have come to a close after a 1-0 Upper St. Clair after 1. TJ has taken the advantage after 2, and they lead the Panthers headed into the third 3-1 right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach, including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered.
Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
What's up, Quick Lube? It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness has been serving the community for years. From teenage athletes to elderly rehabs, your health is their mission. Serving through passion, purpose, and new technology, Emilio and his team are skilled, dedicated, and led by faith because they believe God works through people, focused on true healing, not medicating pain. You don't need insurance, just the intention to value your health. Be proactive, not reactive, by calling Elite Physical Therapy and Wellness.
Louis O's Discount Warehouse, a fresh new name with the same great people and same crazy deals. Veteran owned and operated, located at 1800 Shoemaker in Monessen. Specializing in home remodeling, our products are priced at 50% or less than the retail stores, making us your one-stop remodeling jackpot. Whether you've shopped with us for years or it's your first visit, we can't wait to see you at Louis O's Discount Warehouse. The best local coverage of news, sports, and more. Make sure you subscribe to the Mon Valley Independent newspaper. Both print and e-edition subscriptions are available, and you can try the e-edition free for 30 days starting today. So make sure you log on to MonValleyIndependent.com for more information. Mon Valley Independent. What happens here matters here. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service. It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
Back here as we get set to start the second. TJ went into the second down by 1 off the first high school goal by Holden Taylor. But it was the Jaguars potting a trio. First one shorthanded, Lucas blows, bearing one on the breakaway. Then he would tap home a backdoor feed by Owen Michael, making it a 2-1 Jaguar lead before in the final minutes of the second frame, it was a power play goal. Merrill, Johnny on the spot, giving it a backdoor tap in and putting Thomas Jefferson up by 2 after 2. As one chapter left here in this one, Jaguars lead the Panthers 3-1 right here on MVI Live.
There's no better way to start your morning than with a fresh cup of coffee, and why not start with the best? 3-time Mon Valley favorite winner, His Place Coffee Community and More, located at 103rd Street in Menneson. Open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. We have something for everyone. From our fresh brewed coffee, refreshing cold brews, house-made lattes, fraps, and so much more. If you can't decide 4 days of the week, I'll personally be there to help you craft the perfect drink for your needs. We're also serving up house-made breakfast and lunch paninis, homemade baked goods with gluten and dairy-free options available. We are so much more than just a coffee shop, offering community outreach including Kids Craft Day and Story Time. There's always something new brewing, and we can't wait to see you at His Place Coffee, Community, and More. This is Alex Lyons, and most of you know me as the voice of MVI Live, but that's only part of the story. I'm also the youth director of the Ignite Middle School and High School Youth Group at the Christian Center Church, and I would like to personally invite you to join me and my team starting Wednesday, September 10th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at 130 Charity Lane for fun, fellowship, and the Word of God. I can't wait to see you there. For more information, call or text me at 724-562-3248. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta in Bell Vernon, always homemade with the freshest ingredients, is a must-try in the Mon Valley. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday and Saturday from 11 to 9, and Sundays from 11 to 7. Dine in and take out available. We are pleased to also offer catering for whatever big events you have planned. Call us today at 724-633-0174. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, only feeding our customers with the very best.
Douglas Education Center is right here at home, fast, focused, and hands-on. Our short-term programs take you from the classroom to a career in months, not years. With small classes, real equipment, and instructors who've done the work, you'll build the skills you need for a family-sustainable future. From day one to hired, we're in your corner. Douglas Education Center, changing lives every day. Start now at dec.edu.
For 30 years of experience, RTI Insurance Services is the clear choice in insurance providers for both individuals and businesses. At RTI, we've been upholding the highest standard of fiduciary responsibility for our clients. For your insurance needs, contact Mike Williamson at 724-263-0359. RTI Insurance Services, we've got you covered. Whether it's finding the perfect home, negotiating the best deal, or walking you through each step with care, Realtor Janelle Carpenter will show up with excellence every time, even when no one's watching, because quality matters and so do you. So if you're looking for the best home buying and selling experience, make sure you call Realty One Gold Standard agent Janelle Carpenter at 724-797-1675. If you're ready to buy or sell, call Janelle.
What's up, Quick Lube? It's time for a change. For years, you've been told to keep your vehicle running in peak condition with regular scheduled maintenance. But fitting it into your schedule can be a real hassle. You need a place that offers oil and filter changes, tire repair and rotation, light bulb and wiper replacements, and more. And it's all done quickly and correctly. For additional information, browse our website, give us a call, or come see us today.
Located in Belle Vernon, Pennsylvania, a
2 chapters written, 1 left to be told as we enter the third here on MVI Live. TJ by 2, hoping to keep it that way, as we will see if the Jaguars can. Third period underway. Jaguars Upper St. Clair. As angled, back behind, Artman watches it, icing the call. 16:34, third period, 2 by blows. Simon a pair of assists in this one. Ellis and Michael both with helpers as well. Merrill the other goal. Holden Taylor from Engelbert, the lone tally for the Upper St. Clair side of things. Face-off tie up now, trying to curl the middle. Taken by Luca. Luca, the big right-hander, dumps it in on Balducci. 24-12, your first 2 period shots in favor of Thomas Jefferson. Laurent was brilliant to start in this game, as here comes Burns down the right side, taken back over by Steubenrock. Angled off the boards. Now taken back over by the likes of Steubenrock, Ian Steubenrock. Near side, spun back around, wrapped back down by Owen Michael. Now taken behind Merrill to Burns. Burns looks up top, deflected. Slid off a stick and into the Panther bench with 15:50 remaining in the third. And a 3-1 lead here for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars in period number 3. Looking to hand the Panthers their 3rd loss of the season while moving to 2-1 on their own right. Face-off comes blocker side of the right-hander Laurent. As that one taken back over in the corner by Upper St. Clair. Now Casamassa curls out in front as Salopek couldn't corral. Tier takes over. Off the window, glove back down and jam back to the line. Simon angles one back in. Now Tier from his own end. As Tier wrists one, cross ring, Sheegan Sanowski curling down the middle. Sheegan Sanowski blocked down Ellis. Tier fires it wide. Trying to go against the grain, could not get it to go. As back the other way, dumped back along by Sheegan Sanowski. Cross rink deflected. There's Casamassa, stops up. In on Laurent as Salopek was lurking for a rebound, and that one's going to be played off by Caslin, or to Caslin, before Tier shoves it right back into his keep with 14:52 remaining in the third. Face-off blocker side of Laurent. 3-1 Jaguars lead. As back out, Al Shalani shot blocked down. Now taking Moner. Moner working back left side. As curling back the other way, here comes Upper St. Clair in transition. As wrist shot jammed back around. As Elysia back underneath. Steubenrock wants it, instead centered in front, poked away by Elysia all the way back down. Schuster gives chase here, 14 minutes remaining in the third, off the stick of Stutzman. As Hartman picks it up from his own end. Hartman wraps back behind. Here comes Ty Hartman. Hartman down the left side, past Engelbert. As Hartman all the way back below the goal line. Slides one near side, Hartman off the half wall. Carter to Fetzko. Fetzko turning wrister, blocked down. Might have been by his own man, Delco Joyce. As it's cleared all the way back down, and icing will be the call against the Upper St. Clair Panthers. 13:31, third period action, and it's a 3-1 lead for Thomas Jefferson. Face-off comes glove side of the Panther keep. Face off, pulled back now. Tier banks it and back the other way. It's Gallardini galloping in, backhander off the iron. Gallardini, the shimmy, the shake, but no finish for Nico Gallardini. He outweighted Balducci, but a keeper's best friend, the post, keeps that one out as the captain snake bitten by the post on the left side. That's twice now Upper St. Clair thought they had a sure strike. Once it was Simon pulling it off the goal line. The other, the pipe to the right of Ben Balducci. As Hartman, center red dump all the way back down and around. Taken back over, back left side. Now Gallardini to Luca. Here comes Luca, center red dump. Back underneath, Balducci slows. Hartman now in the corner. For three-player scrum, TJ comes away with it. As nearing 7 minutes elapsed here in the third. Ty Hartman. Hartman looking at Simon. Now Hartman to Burns. Burns off the deflection, back the other way. Michael Burns knocked down back behind as he goes sliding into the end boards, and here comes Upper St. Clair. Dumping it down, icing the call. 12 minutes on the clock right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your
3-1 Jaguars lead here in the third. 11:54 remaining. As puck knocked down in the middle, Salopek. Salopek tries to bank it free. Taken back over on the far side. Salopek now once more trying to find a way. As in the middle. Wrap far side, Simon will go back for it. Stutzman pressures. 11:32, third period action. 3-1 Jaguars lead as Casamassa from the left side. And we'll be back in action here for game 2 tonight between Bethel Park and Baldwin. Then tomorrow, Friday Night Lights, Mars McKeesport. Star-studded showdown here on MVI Live as Balducci puts the stick down with 11:11 remaining here in the third. Face off in deep for Upper St. Clair in the TJN. Down by a duo. 3-1 Jaguars lead. Face off glove side of Ben Balducci and Thomas Jefferson. Salopek not being, I think, allowed to stay on the ice, or not sure what's going on. Salopek looks a little confused, and I think Salopek's being removed from this game. And now an explanation to the bench as Gavin Salopek looks like his night may be done. Wait and see what happens on the live stats, and that's kind of going to give us our understanding of what is happening to Salopek. Now an explanation to the far side bench as well. So when I find out, I'll let you know what happened with Gavin Salopek. As Thomas Jefferson going to have a 5-minute penalty on Salopek. And Upper St. Clair will have a brilliant opportunity to get back into this game. I think TJ has to put someone in the box. And Joyce will serve. So 5 minutes, power play time for the Panthers, who are 0 for 2 tonight, 0 for 4 on the season. As a 5-minute major to Gavin Salopek. As Thomas Jefferson's Michael looking for a shorty. TJ already one of those tonight. Half the remainder of this game. Basically, the Panthers will be on the power play, barring any more calls here in this third frame. As now taken near side, Luca. Luca wraps it around the boards, out in front and tucked in. A bad bounce for TJ in an empty cage for Sheegan Sanowski. As Nevin makes it a 1-goal game on the power play, still 4:18 to work. Second of the season for Sheegan Sanowski. .6:31 into the third. Nevin Sheegan Sanowski finds himself a payday. Still 10:22 remaining here in the third. 4:10 remaining on the power play. As Upper St. Clair, thanks to a major on Gavin Salopek, up a skater for half the third period that was left. As puck wanders far side, there's Caslin. First power play goal of the season for Upper St. Clair. 3:42 remaining on this major. Right side, the Panthers. Back the other way. Here comes Gallardini, the captain. Remember, he rang the iron just moments before that penalty on Salopek. Now Merrill shorthanded. Pressure from behind. Merrill in, draws the penalty. As Merrill on the break draws the penalty. And Carter Merrill will make it 4-on-4 for the next two. Ruffner gets the gate. .7:33 into the third. So 4-on-4 for two, then more power play time for Upper St. Clair. But that's a big call drawn by Merrill, preventing 2 minutes of this 5-minute major and playing even strength here on MVI Live in the third. 3-2 your score. Balducci turns it over, and Sparra wrapping behind. He surveys. Sparra tries to center one back out. Unsportsmanlike conduct, match penalty on Salopek is what did it. Those are the ones you hate to see. As almost finding a payday was Tier. Back out neutral ice, taken by Sparra. As Sparra offsides with 8:38 remaining in the third. 1:11 remaining here on 4-on-4 action. As left side controlled by the Panthers, there's Al Shalani, lost the puck. Ellis takes over here, 1-goal game. As Ellis to Simon, Simon near side Ellis. Ellis swings one back across, as there's Merrill. Merrill back the other way. And I don't remember seeing Lucas blows out here this period for Thomas Jefferson. As Ellis, wrister, rebound, knocked down, far side, Al Shalani. As Al Shalani pressured by Casamassa. And scanning down that TJ bench, I do not think I see Lucas blows on it. Salopek's been booted from this game. Blows had a pair in that second frame for Thomas Jefferson. Down to 12 seconds remaining on the minor to Ruffner. And then it will be an abbreviated power play for the next minute 30. Burns hops over the boards. As back the other way, Al-Shalani, 116, 5 on 4. Al-Shalani, wrister knocked down in front. There's Simon. Jam back out all the way down. Settled back underneath. Sheegan Sanowski taking over with 1 minute remaining on the major to Salopek in the match penalty. Served by Delco Joyce. As underneath, Ruffner, tight to the post, a pair of saves, Balducci, Gallardini, backdoor Luca, he scores! And we're tied at 3. The Panthers get even on the power play. Jordan Luca, his 3rd of the season. Second power play goal for Upper St. Clair. As they get 2 on the 5-minute major with still 48 seconds to work here in the 3rd with 6:58 total left in this contest. As face-off center edge, Ruffner will take the draw. 2 power play goals on the match penalty with still time to work. And Upper St. Clair out in front. As Thomas Jefferson, a costly penalty here in the 3rd frame. Now Gallardini looking for more, deflected in. And that one going to be hung on to by the keeper, Balducci. Face-off blocker side of Ben Balducci. Burns will take it for the Jaguars. Push to the boards as that's where Upper St. Clair's Gallardini curls out, fires, kicked away by Balducci. 20 seconds remaining on the major. Sheegan Sanowski gets it back up top. He got them within 1 before Luca tied. Backdoor angled in front, still loose, and Balducci spreads out to keep it out. As Ben Balducci keeps it a tie game with 7 seconds remaining. And TJ without their captain Lorenzi. And have not seen Lucas Blows here in the 3rd. And again, scanning, do not see him on the bench. Pretty easy to pick out the A across the chest of Blows, and the only other A I see is the man on the back end, Simon. Has 2 goals on the 5-minute major, and 2 of those minutes were played at even strength. So 2 and 3 minutes, and it's a 3-3 hockey game with 5:46 remaining. Again, Upper St. Clair, 3 games. This is the 3rd this year. First 2 went to overtime, 1 to the shootout. Burns angles it back up and out. Taylor, now Simon, slides it, deflected. Owen Taylor near side to Holden, glove down Simon, wrap back down. Simon saved a goal earlier in this one, a couple of helpers as well for Jake Simon tonight. Has kept at the line. Molnar spinning shot in on Laurent, who hangs on with 5:09 remaining in the 3rd. Thomas Jefferson again entered this game without their captain, Cam Lorenzi. They lost Salopek. And again, no Lucas Blows here in the 3rd. And Upper St. Clair, all the momentum. Face-off blocker side of Balducci. There's Hartman. Hartman tries to send one back up. Angle back out. Here it's taken and jammed by Caslin. In deep off the deflection. Ty Hartman skates back for it. Hartman slammed into the end board. Centering feed. Caslin. Cross ring. Tier. Balducci says no. Getting the shoulder on it as he turns it away. Now Sheegan Sanowski. Rebound in front. And Hartman gets a late shove. Make it Pritchard by Sheegan Sanowski. 4:25 third period. This one may be destined for some extra for the third time this year for Upper St. Clair. Upper St. Clair has not allowed a goal in the first or third period this year. TJ's hoping for a first. No Lorenzi, no Salapak, no blows. That's a big problem for the black and gold. As face-off, one back, Schuster. Schuster angles, corner, Simon. Simon tries to work things up. Now Gallardini centering feed, Luca angles behind. Back behind, survey, now Delco Joyce. Joyce from the near side, there's Merrill, center red dump. Dump back along, set up by Laurent. Casamassa in front, Merrill backdoor. Merrill again, and Laurent says no. Face off, glove side of Laurent. Merrill, Casamassa, Simon, Ellis, and Delco Joyce. Spar will take the draw for Upper St. Clair. It's a clean win back to Jacob Tier. To the line and out. All the way down. Icing the call against the Panthers with 3:47 remaining in the third. Three, Thomas Jefferson, Upper St. Clair. Ellis walks the line. Wrist shot kicked away by Laurent. Now Tier banks one back out. Sent back along and sent in. Delayed offside. Merrill never touched up. He stayed in the zone, and that forces TJ to retouch. As Stutzman pops straight up in the air. From 1-0 Upper St. Clair to 3-1 TJ. We're deadlocked at 3. Simon, middle, Casamassa. Now taken over by Ellis. Ellis back to Merrill. 3:15 remaining here in the third. Merrill back underneath. Wrap around. Merrill fires one deflected up top. Simon wrist shot. No eyes and through the backside. Put by Casamassa. Ellis deflected. Back behind. Near side off the window. Back out as Ellis tries to work it free. Merrill far side. Simon. Off the hop with 2:50 remaining in the third. Simon around to Ellis. Ellis back behind. All the way around Simon. Near side. He comes to Delco Joyce. Joyce puts it into no man's land. Dump in chase for Delco Joyce. 2.5 on the clock here in the third. Upper St. Clair's got even. Sharp angle shot would not go for the sophomore. As in front, Laurent. Stick to glove, no problem. Face-off blocker side of Laurent. Up top, Hartman. Hartman deflected wide by Burns. Hartman looks to hold the line. He will not. Sheegan Sanowski in a collision with Hartman. Now Fetzko muscles it in. There's Michael. Deflected back free. Now near side. Sheegan Sanowski banks it along as Kashani right in to Ben Balducci with 1:57 remaining here in regulation. As timeout call, we'll step aside as well. 1:57 remaining in the third. 3-3 game right here on MVI Live.
It's time to customize your ride with TC Customized in Jefferson Hills. Wheels, rims, and tires, along with lift kit and lowering kits, full service auto detailing, along with custom audio systems, remote starts, alarms, custom lighting, tints, and so much more. Whatever your need is, you can completely customize your ride today at TC Customized. Call today at 412-384-5300. Mark's Court Time, conveniently located at 95 Enterprise Street, Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, was recently voted one of the top 10 indoor facilities in the state. With 3 basketball courts, 4 volleyball courts, 3 futsal arenas, and an indoor batting cage, we are equipped for any sports practice or tournament. We also host gatherings and birthday parties in our 20,000 square foot building. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Contact us today at 412-853-5408 or email us at dmarkscourttime@gmail.com.
.157 third period. 3-3 game here on MVI Live. As we get set to continue on with 2 minutes remaining. Michael back the other way. Michael backs. Here's Fetzko. Tries to cut in. 1:46 remaining in the third stanza. As it's a 3-3 ball game. Or contest, I should say, here. As Upper St. Clair too late in the third to get this game even. Both on the power play. As Gallardini offside. Neutral zone draw, 1:22 third period, 3-3 game. Thomas Jefferson was trailing after 1. They led after 2 by 2. Upper St. Clair, the lone 2 goals of the third period. This has been Upper St. Clair's best offensive period this season, scoring 4 times so far this year in the third frame, as Luca almost had another. Now Schuster up top, shot never got through. Burns will get to it. Burns out to Michael, into the middle, touched along Stubenrock. Back out Burns with 50 on the clock. Drops it off Hartman. Hartman flips it through the middle, almost snuck through, but Stubenrock keeps it alive. Burns to Michael. Here's Burns. Burns shot, rebound. Michael pops up in the air, doesn't go. Hartman, he scores! Carter Hartman cashes in as it's deflected home in front by Michael. Owen Michael with 31 seconds remaining puts TJ on top. First goal allowed in the third this season for Upper St. Clair, and it's Owen Michael. Burns started it, Michael ended it, and Thomas Jefferson leads it here with 31 seconds remaining. Second point of the game for Owen Michael. As Michael had the helper on the Lucas Blows goal that made it 2-1. And Owen Michael makes no mistake, and Thomas Jefferson takes the lead in the final minute. Hasn't been pretty or easy tonight, but Thomas Jefferson has taken the lead back here with 31 seconds remaining. As Michael gets it back in deep. Watch for the keeper to come. As there goes Laurent. As fired near side. Michael on his horse getting back, pressuring. As puck wanders in, Simon. Simon with the 11. Blocked down. Simon to the line. The puck gets out. And the Jaguars able to come back and take it. 4-3 your final. Owen Michael, the GWG, and the Jaguars knock off Upper St. Clair. 4-3 your final. As Weiser Painting Company player of the game, we come back here on MVI Live.
Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique is South Hill's premier diamond and engagement center. We are dedicated to providing top quality jewelry at wholesale pricing, offering the lowest price on jewelry and jewelry repair in the area, along with paying the highest cash price for gold, silver, and diamonds. Whether it's a cozy gathering or a festive celebration, we have the perfect jewelry for everyone. Come explore our stunning collection today and find your new favorite piece at Direct Jewelers in Mirabella Boutique. Transform your home or business with Pittsburgh's go-to painting experts, Weiser Painting Company. Locally owned and operated, our team is committed to delivering top-tier craftsmanship with integrity, reliability, and professionalism. From the first consultation to the final brushstroke, we ensure a seamless, stress-free experience. Whether you're refreshing your home's interior or protecting your commercial property, you can count on us. Call today for your free quote at 412-559-8515. Weiser Painting Company, lasting quality and superior service.
The game winner, an assist as well for your Weiser Painting Company player of the game. Owen Michael in the clutch ends it for Thomas Jefferson. 31 seconds remaining. Owen Michael has himself a payday. And TJ, without Lorenzi, without Salapekin, blows in the third. They take care of business as the Jaguars come away with victory as a trio of Jaguars at center red, Simon Artman, and the captain Cam Lorenzi, who did not play tonight with an injury, as they'll break their conclave and head to the locker room. In a 4-3 victory, they knock off Upper St. Clair, who has lost all 3 games this season by a 1-goal shootout, overtime, and now in regulation. Thomas Jefferson gets win number 2 on the season as they handle Upper St. Clair, get a little bit of revenge. They'll be at Peters Township on the 21st. It's versus South Fayette here on the 16th for Upper St. Clair. On behalf of everyone here at MVI Live, I'm Alex Lyons saying thank you for tuning in. Taylor started the scoring, his first high school goal and the first lone goal of the first. Blows short-handed from Simon, 9:50 into the second before blows would go ×2 from Michael and Ellis, making it 2-1 TJ. They would add a power play goal by Merrill. 3-1 going to the third, then a 5-minute major. Nevin Sheegan-Samowski and Jordan Luca. As Sheegan, Sanowski, and Luca got it even, but with 31 seconds remaining, Owen Michael deflects home the Carter Artman shot, and Thomas Jefferson takes it. 4-3 your final. We'll see you for game 2. Bethel Park Baldwin here on MVI Live when we come back as the Jaguars knock off the Panthers right here on your home for Mon Valley Athletics, MVI Live.
This has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media on MVI Live.